We're going to learn the rules of the road of sailing today. We're going to learn how to stay safe on the water and know how to respect fellow sailors out there. So I'm going to show you what happens if you don't know the rules of the road. Let's pretend the wind's coming this way and these two boats are on a run right now. And this boat is coming on pretty fast. He doesn't know the rules of the road and he's yelling at this boat to get out of the way, and he comes full speed into this boat and he injures crew members on this boat and this boat. If he knew the rules of the road, that wouldn't have happened and people wouldn't have gotten hurt. Learning the rules of the road is going to keep us safer in sailing. Here's our objective. We're going to learn the basic rules of the road for sailing, and after this lesson we'll be able to use all of them in sailing situations. Okay? And the first rule is port tack gives way to starboard. In this diagram you can see the wind is blowing down the page, and there's these two boats and they're on a collision course. This boat's on starboard tack, and that means that the sails are on the port side, and if he tacks, the sails are going to be on the starboard side. So it's basically, you think about it as the next tack that you're going to be on, the sails are going to be on the starboard side when he tacks. So that means he's on a starboard tack. That's how you know if you're on a starboard or port tack. It's the opposite for a port tack. This boat's on a port tack, and now port tack gives way to starboard. So this boat would have to do something to get out of the way of him to avoid a collision. Say heading up into irons and stopping, or bearing off. You guys know how to bear off. Bearing off and going below him, or even tacking away and going onto a starboard tack as well. The second one is windward boat gives way to the leeward boat, and you can see the wind's coming from the same direction, and there's these two boats. They're on the same tack, they're both on a starboard tack, but this time there's one boat overlapping the other, and the windward boat is the one closest to the wind. See where the wind's coming from? This boat is in contact with a lot more wind, and the windward boat has to give way to the leeward boat because the leeward boat has less wind. And so this is the leeward boat. So if you're ever in a situation where there's overlap and you're below another boat, a boat's covering the wind from you, you say, we're the leeward boat, give way to us, they have to obey that. Rule number 3, a faster boat must keep clear of a slower boat on the same tack when it is overtaking. Here you can see the wind coming down, and see this boat, he's moving pretty fast. You can see his wave lines, his wake. It's pretty big. This boat's he's taking his time downwind. This boat needs to do something, since they're on the same tack, same course, he needs to do something to avoid that boat. So he can go around on either sides to avoid him, or possibly try and slow down by sheeting in to slow him down because he's on a run. And number 4, a boat must keep clear of all boats around it when it is tacking or jibing. You can see this boat, its sails are in irons. Let's pretend he's just going through a tack, and this boat is on a collision course with him. This boat should have been watching out what he was doing, and he shouldn't have tacked right then and there. You need to make sure that you're clear of all other boats that could possibly hit you while you're tacking or jibing. Okay, so those are the basic rules of the road, the rights of way for sailing. You guys, any questions, or is it pretty straightforward? Anything that really sticks out?
Pretty straightforward.
Pretty straightforward, yeah. So I'm going to give you these boats, and you're going to go through some situations, okay? Okay. So here you go. That boat, this boat. Okay, let's pretend the wind is blowing this way, and they're both sailing like this, like that, and it's blowing this way. Can you guys tell me which boat has right of way? Stewie, you want to tell me?
The boat that Mom has.
And the wind's blowing this way?
Yes.
Like this?
Mhm.
Close?
The windward boat.
Wait, did No, because you can see. Just remember this, windward boat gives way to leeward. So which boat has right of way? This is, yeah, Mom,
That
you got
boat.
it. See, because this is, sorry, I thought I wrote that, I might have written that backwards on my lesson. Anyway, see, this boat, because he's closest to the wind, think about it that way, he's closer to the wind that's blowing on him. He needs to give way to this boat. So if this boat is sailing along, and he wants to head up a little, say they're on a beam reach, he wants to head up, but this boat doesn't want to, this boat has to. Because those are the rules of the road. Let's go through another situation. Okay, let's pretend the wind is blowing this way. And this boat is coming this way, like that. And this boat is coming this way. Okay. Can you tell me which boat is on a starboard tack? Anybody know? You know, Dad? Which is it?
This boat here, the white boat.
Yeah, you got it. Can you tell me which boat has right of way? Anybody? Anybody? Mom, you got it?
That boat.
No, sorry. It's close though. Starboard has it. Port tack always needs to give way to the starboard boat. All situations. Say you're on a race line when you're racing and you get more into sailing, and you say starboard when there's a boat on port tack and you're going across the starting line. That boat needs to avoid you. So he can't cross your line, can't make you change course. Okay, let's go through. I showed you the overtaking one. That was the first one. Can you guys sort of go through that? Let's pretend the wind is blowing this way. Downwind. Make sure the boats are going downwind. Yeah, like that. Let's say Mom's boat is going faster. How would you avoid Dad's boat if you're going downwind and you're overtaking? How would you do that?
Steer around it.
Yeah?
Steer around her.
Yeah? Should have let Mom answer that on her own, but close, yeah. You know what you're doing. Steer around. That's if you want to hold your course.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Or if you don't want to, you can depower your sails since you're on a run.
Oh, yeah.
Because the wind's coming, so sheet in.
Sheet in, yeah.
Yeah, you know that?
You said that.
Okay, let's see. Let's go through one more. Okay? Let's say the wind's coming this way again. And Dad's boat is tacking.